primetime was slowly killing Deion Sanders.
Wild ways cost him his wife, his children, and his will to live.
I got in that car and drove off that cliff and got to the bottom of that fall off and was still alive. And I'm like, Lord, you saved me. And that was something.
Now he's found a higher power.
This is a man who has everything, contemplating, is tomorrow worth it? Together.
On May 28, 1997, while playing for the Cincinnati Reds, Deion says his depression turned suicidal. Deion's manager, Eugene Parker, was living in Indianapolis when he got a call from Deion in Cincinnati. Eugene got in his car and drove more than 100 miles to Deion's apartment. But when Eugene got there, instead of finding his friend, he says he discovered a suicide note.
I opened the envelope that was addressed to me, basically giving me his last wishes, how he wanted his funeral to go and where he wanted certain personal items to go.
Deion was heading north on a darkened Interstate 75 at the Ohio-Kentucky border. Deion pulled off the road, got out of his car, and thought about his final move. Then he stepped back inside, revved up his engine, and floored it, his Mercedes tumbling over an embankment.
I got to the bottom of that fall off and was still alive. And I'm like, Lord, you saved me. I'm still failing. I'm a failure at committing suicide. And that was something.
Coming up, the years of living life in the fast lane had taken its toll on Deion Sanders. The death of his father, combined with the failure of his marriage and losing custody of his children, had pushed Deion Sanders over the edge. In May of 1997, Deion tried to kill himself. But 4 days after rolling his car over an embankment, Deion says his prayers for deliverance were answered.
It was really, really, really bright. I mean, the lightest white that you could think of. And it was windy, and wind was just gusting through my room. And I can remember falling on my knees saying, Lord, if that's you, take me, take me. I felt like arms were just covering me, and the hands of God was just all around me.
Deion vowed to change his wild ways.
Then I went through a purging process, whereas everything that was not connected to the Lord, I asked him to shake my tree. And everything wasn't connected would soon fall off. Friends fell, family members fell, lifestyle fell, a lot of women